Friends, today we are going to deal with pile foundation, which is essentially a deep foundation. What's a pile? Pile is a cylinder column. Like if you see this, and this looks like a pile. It's a cylinder column. That means the load is transferred to the top of the pile and the pile is embedded into the ground. So the ground is going to resist the load that is being applied on the pile top. So if you want to find out the axial load carrying capacity of a pile, how will you do it? So today we are going to talk about how to find out the axial load carrying capacity of a pile. So in pile foundation, let's say pile foundation single pile embedded into the ground, and we want to find out the ultimate load carrying capacity. Load carrying capacity of a pile. So if we consider a pile like this, is embedded below the ground level into the ground, and if you apply a load at the pile top, the whole resistance will be offered by the soil mass around the pile. So this pile, there will be frictional force known as skin friction, which will be acting over the pile shaft, and also when you apply the load, any load, say the ultimate load has been applied, and there will be also reaction at the pile tip. So this skin friction is known as unit skin friction. Unit skin friction. And this is known as symbol QE, unit end bearing. Therefore, if you want to find out the ultimate load carrying capacity of this pile, let's say it is QU, is given by the load transfer through a skin friction, that is through the pile shaft. This is the pile shaft. So over the pile shaft, what is the skin friction? So load transfer through the skin friction plus load transfer at the pile's end. So resistance is offered at the end. This can be said that the skin friction is due to unit skin friction into the shaft area. So you multiply it by the shaft area plus the total resistance offered by the ground is QE, and this will be unit end bearing resistance multiplied by area of the pile at its end. Now, if the pile is embedded into the ground, well, it is necessary to know the ground properties. So, what is the ground properties? In which you are going to lay your pile foundation. So ground properties has to be found out. It could be either cohesive or it could be non-cohesive ground. The properties of cohesive soil is going to be different than non-cohesive soil. Cohesive soil means it could be clay, silty clay or silt. Non-cohesive means it is going to be sandy bed or it's going to be gravelly soil. So this kind of soil you are going to get it, and its properties are very, very important in order to find out the unit skin friction and the unit end bearing resistance. So let us find it out, how to find out the unit skin friction and unit end bearing. This unit skin friction, let's say this pile is embedded into cohesive ground. So ground is cohesive in nature. So cohesive ground. In the cohesive ground, what are the properties of the cohesive soil? You must know the undrained cohesion parameter. So this will be known to you. And the value of phi u, that is the angle of internal friction in undrained condition, will be 0 dp. So you know this. Also, you should know what is the interaction of this cohesive soil with the pile shaft, because around this pile, there is there is a pile, around this pile there is going to be cohesive soil. So what is the interaction between this? So cohesive soil, cohesive ground can be soft or it could be very soft ground, or it could be stiffer, very stiff ground, or it could be hard ground. So if it is soft or very soft ground, then what happens when you are pushing the pile into the ground, then the adjoining soil is well in contact with the pile shaft. So in that case, the adhesion between the adjoining soil and the pile shaft is going to be higher. So we would like to also know a factor known as adhesion factor. So alpha is called adhesion factor. Adhesion factor. For soft and very soft, the value of alpha is 1. The adhesion factor is 1 because it is going to be in very good contact with the pile shaft. Whereas stiff, very stiff or hard ground, when you try to push the pile into the ground, little bit gap will be formed between the pile shaft and the adjoining soil, and therefore alpha is always on the lower side. So alpha on the lower side. That means the consistency of the soil is very important. Soft, very soft, stiff, these are called the consistency. So the consistency of the soil mass. Consistency is very important if the ground is cohesive in nature. So what is the consistency? Depending upon that, the alpha value you can get it. And if it is soft, very soft ground, your Cu value is going to be less than 40 kilopascal. The very soft, it will be less than 25 kilopascal. So the value of alpha will depend upon the consistency of the ground. And if you see IS code, then it is given that if the ground is soft or very soft, the value of alpha is 1. If Cu is less than equal to 40 kilopascal, alpha value is 1, and the ground is going to be stiffer or harder one, then the alpha value goes down and it becomes around 0.4. So it considerably decreases depending upon the ground condition. So Fs, therefore, I want to find out what is the value of Fs. Therefore, Fs equal to alpha times Cu. So alpha you can get from IS 2911 part 1. This is the IS code that you can refer for the value of alpha. Cu you can find out from any test, any shear test you perform in the lab. Bring the sample in the lab and perform the shear test. You can find out alpha and therefore Fs can be computed. Then the shaft area from the geometry of the pile. Piles are normally circular in cross section. So shaft area you can find it out will be pi d, the perimeter, into the length of the pile, where d is the diameter of the pile and L is the length of the pile. From the ground level up to the tip, it is called the length of the pile. So you can, from geometry, As can be found out. You substitute these two values over here. The Fs known, this is known. Now the third term is going to be QE, unit end bearing resistance. The unit end bearing resistance can be computed very easily. It is given in IS 2911 that QE is NC time Cu, where NC is called bearing capacity factor. So this factor is given for deep foundation. Pile is a deep foundation, and that's equal to 9. Therefore, QE equal to 9 times Cu. And the area at the end of the pile or pile tip, for a circular pile, it will be pi by 4 d square. So all quantities being known, you can compute the ultimate load carrying capacity of this pile. So a pile, what is the ultimate load that it can carry, can be computed from this. Once you are able to calculate the ultimate load carrying capacity of this pile, you can find out the safe load carrying capacity. How much load safely you can apply. The ultimate load carrying capacity divided by a factor of safety. As per IS 2911, the factor of safety, it is given as 2.5 to 3. So you can divide the ultimate load with this factor, and therefore you can find out what is the safe load carrying capacity of the pile. So this is how you can very easily find out for a single pile embedded in cohesive ground. You can find out the safe load, you can find out the ultimate load. Let's solve one example so that the fundamentals which we have discussed just now can be understood in totality. So the best way to understand it conceptually will be to attempt a problem. So the real life problem can be attempted. Let's say we call it example A. A pile of dia 1 meter and length 10 meter is embedded in cohesive ground. Having Cu equal to 30 kilopascal, phi u equal to 0 degree, alpha equal to 1. Calculate the ultimate load carrying capacity in kilonewton and safe load carrying capacity of this pile in kilonewton. So you can have a pile, the schematic diagram, below the ground level. You want to find out the ultimate load QU, The diameter of the pile is given to you as 1 meter, and the length of the pile is given to you as 10 meter. Naturally, you can find out the ultimate load carrying capacity of this pile if you know the ground properties. The ground properties are given over here, that Cu is known to you, 30 kilopascal. So therefore, use the formula, that is alpha times Cu, Fs equal to alpha times Cu into pi dl plus 9 times Cu into pi by 4 d square. So using this is alpha is 1, Cu equal to 30 kilopascal into pi, diameter is 1 meter, length is 10 meter, plus 9 times Cu is again 30 kilopascal into pi by 4 into d square. So you calculate, you will be getting the value in kilonewton. So the ultimate load carrying capacity can be computed so easily, and therefore taking a factor of safety equal to 2.5, we can calculate Qu divided by 2.5, the factor of safety. This will be Q safe in kilonewton. So the safe load this single pile can carry can be predicted very easily. So this is the for a single pile you can calculate the ultimate load, and this one. Piles are nowadays invariably used in all types of structures, be it high-rise building, be it bridge foundation, and it is indispensable sometimes because the shallow foundation cannot work looking to the ground condition. Then you have no option but to go for pile foundation, and this is how you can calculate. Thank you.